Peace, 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 peace. What's going on, y'all? This is the Morning Message Part 2. Pointing the finger on Chocolate Amun Ra. Let's pay all due respects to our Creator. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Amun. Now, I'm going to be quick about this. Chocolate Amun Ra, if it's your first time watching my video, I will explain to you real quick that you don't have to follow me. Those who follow me, you follow me on your own desires. Warning, because this page is raw. Raw meaning that I speak my mind. Whatever concept that I decide to use, a topic I try to use, I'm going to go in. A lot of people don't like basically telling you the truth or the facts, even though they already know the facts. So what they do is they bury it. Now, we need to discuss the things that we need to discuss, daily lives, the things we go through throughout our daily lives. And from time to time, we will be talking about ancient history. You understand? The only reason why we talk about ancient history is because you need to go backwards to come to the forehead. A lot of people trying to figure out why we can't get along or unite. I'm saying that if you start digging, you will find out why you can't unite. Because our African tribes never was really like that. You understand? And if you go farther than that, and we start putting in religion, religion is man-made. But we'll get into all that. I'm Chocolate Amun Ra. I'm not no preacher. I'm not no pastor. I'm not no deacon. Okay? I'm not no scholar. No mathematic. Not no archaeologist. I'm none of those things. But I tell you what I am. I'm the messenger. That's what I am. I spew information from my opinion, what I've studied from other great teachers, and then I interpret it to my opinion. Now, you can follow me if you want to, but I'd rather if you don't, you just take the information and you go home and study, and then teach your children. Because our tribe is lost. We live here in the United States. This is our home. This is our home. But we point the goddamn finger too much. Let's get into it. All right. I left off on when we're dealing with our own issues. Our own issues, it's like basically everybody else. Human nature. But when you start pointing the finger at every little thing, the white man this and the white man that, to me that starts to sound a little cowardness. Now when I say cowardice, it means it's like you're not taking responsibility. Like in the first message I told you, slaves started from Africa. Slaves from quote-unquote black people. I don't like using the word, but the only reason why I use it is because that's how a lot of people identify themselves, which even though they should not. You just say, I'm American. But, just to clarify, so it'll be easy for everybody to identify, I'll use black, but I will go quote-unquote. And you will also hear me say melanated, dealing with the skin color. Now, we'll know that the Dutchess, when they came, the Dutchess had help. The Dutchess are the Caucasians that came up north, right? Yes, if you don't know, the Europeans came from the north with a vengeance. Meaning, what a lot of people don't understand is that the Europeans used to fight each other. Sounds familiar? That's what we was doing in Africa, quote unquote. So the Europeans, they're fighting for domination. Who's going to dominate? What nation is going to dominate? As all these wars started breaking out, you started seeing France developed. You started seeing Spain develop. You started seeing Britain developed. Right? A lot of these names that you got, like you have Romania was called, they wasn't called Romania. Then a lot of these names, Britain wasn't called Britain. It was called Britain. Romania, Barania means like that. If you go back in times, you had the Saxons, you had the barbarians, you had a lot of the Vikings. You had a lot of European groups that were crossing over into the east. A lot of them made it here, the North and South America. Well, a lot of Indians went to war with a lot of these people. Because these people used to fight each other first. They left a destruction path, like a locust. One of our biggest problems, though, I said in the first message, why did our Moors go to Europe and started teaching these European people? Now, I believe when the Moors first got there, I believe they wasn't fully paled yet. This is what I believe, because something just don't fit correctly. They wasn't fully, like you see how white folks now, they color their skin now. Some of them just pale and really pale. That's just their skin complexion. But I don't believe that back in times they was really like that. I believe they was mulattoes, Creole color, light skin. Okay, better yet, you ever seen a black baby, but the baby almost look white? We can name a lot of actors that looks like they white, but they're not. They mixed. Well, I believe a lot of the Europeans was like that. And the Moors understood that, in my opinion. I haven't found those records yet. But the ones I've seen was the Greeks. How the Greeks had dreadlocks. Where did they get their dreadlocks from? What nation? Somebody had to travel from one distance to another. Because the Greeks didn't just start off the way. The Greeks had dreadlocks. A lot of Greeks had dreadlocks. If you look in some of these documentaries and you watch some of those documentaries, you're going to see dreadlocks. So where did they get it from? A lot of them were light-skinned men. A lot of them had afros. Where you get these freaking afros from? This curly hair. Think about it. So, not to get too much into that, but my point what I'm making is this. You're pointing the finger about every little thing. If, according to history, we talking about thousands of years ago. We ain't talking about no tens, and we talking about thousands of years. When melanated people ruled the earth. But they didn't rule the earth the way you think they did. It wasn't one giant culture went buck wild across the lands. Not the way the Caucasians done it. The Caucasians did it from up in them caves, the Caucasian mountains, way up there north, and came on down with destruction. How you come from way over there in South America? You dominated Europe, then you came here, North and South America, then now you're in Africa, because they've been here for a while. Huh? They got bases all over the fucking place. They have spread rumors and lies about black people all over. But how did they get that? If our people didn't help them. Y'all seem not to understand that a lot of our people betrayed us. Just like how they do now. For example, I'm not going to go that far back. I'm going to go 50 years back. I'm going to make it easier. Let's put some names out there. Malcolm X. Y'all just think it was nothing but the FBI agents? That's bullshit. Malcolm X, it wasn't just the FBI agents who betrayed. It was inside the nation because people were jealous. Then Malcolm X screwed himself by sitting up there talking a bunch of bullshit out in the public when he shouldn't have done that. I know a lot of people won't get mad, but it's true. It's true facts. When he started finding things about certain people inside the nation, he should have kept that in-house. A lot of y'all need to wake up, because a lot of people like to talk too goddamn much. And I thought that was a little bit kind of shady when you really start digging into it. I love Malcolm X. I thought he's one of the greatest speakers I ever heard in my life. But certain things you should have kept in-house. Okay? That's one. Two, Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey had a lot of stores, a lot of businesses. Right? Marcus Garvey had, I think, over 100,000 black people on his payroll. If my memory serves me correctly. But who betrayed him? They used what? Tax invasion? Who betrayed him? It was a black man. Oh, we don't want to talk about that, huh? Well, you're on my page. So if you don't want to talk about it, get the fuck off. See, now we starting to get a little eye-opening on what I'm talking about. But no, I'm not done yet. We got more people to talk about who betrayed our black people here in America without no fucking problem. W.E. Du Bois was infiltrated. W.E.D. Du Bois. He was infiltrated by a black man. Oh, you want me to pick it up a little bit? Okay. Martin Luther King, infiltrated by a black man that he knew very well. Oh, I'm over sure a lot of y'all should know about that one. The Black Panthers. The Black Panthers, they used the same man to infiltrate Malcolm X for the Black Panthers. Same man. That is some shit. You could use the same black man to infiltrate Malcolm X and infiltrate what was going on there